Good morning, everyone. We will be starting the webinar in about a minute. All right. Again, a pleasant morning to everybody and a hearty welcome to this month's GIS Conversations webinar, where we will be talking about productive data collections through different applications in ArcGIS. I'm happy to see that we have a great mix of participants from different sectors, both local and overseas. I am looking forward to interacting with all of you as this program progresses. But before we start, let's do some quick housekeeping. First, this webinar is being recorded as we speak, and it will be available by the beginning of next week. You will be receiving an email that includes the link to the recorded webinar. It will also be published on the landing page of the GIS Conversations program. Please feel free to visit the page and give us your feedback on the contents. Now, while the webinar is happening, please feel free to send in your questions through the Q&A panel. I will address them at the end of the session. And finally, the webinar will be wrapped up along with some quick announcements. Let's start with a quick introduction to Esri for the benefit of our friends who are joining us for the first time. Esri is the market leader in geospatial solutions and is founded in 1969 in Redlands, California in the United States. And for the past 40 years, we have been providing cutting-edge spatial solutions to hundreds of organizations across the globe to leverage spatial insights using its powerful yet intuitive tools and templates. Now, Esri Singapore is the Singapore-based entity that supports the in-country clients with implementation and training since 1981. And we serve more than 700 clients to date. But before we get rolling with today's presentation, I'd like to take a minute to introduce myself. So my name is Sarah Villavicencio, and I am from the Professional Services Department of Esri Singapore. I have been working with various clients ranging from both the government and the private sector with their build up and maintenance of their geospatial solutions. Prior to joining the Professional Services Department, I have conducted Esri off-the-shelf courses and have created solution-based GIS training for several clients here in Singapore, in Brunei, and in the Philippines. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the ready-to-use applications that Esri has to offer. So there is a massive gallery of applications, not just for the field, also for the office and for community sharing out there, made available for everybody. Basically, applications are all ready to be used. They are lightweight and they are also configurable. So you can apply the necessary parameters that your current workflow or your organization based on the industry sector that you belong to would need to generate and to collect the necessary information that you would want to take a look at. Now, as I have mentioned, all of these ready-to-use apps, apart from being configurable, can also be easily integrated should you already have existing workflows within your own organizations. Now, apart from having the office applications and the community-facing or the community-based applications, the apps that we would like to shed some light on at this particular webinar will be on the field applications. So some of these applications can work both online and offline. For offline, that would mean you can save the information or the data set that you have gathered from the field on the device that you have collected it on. And once you have synced back or you have connected again to an internet connection or the network within your own organizations, then that is the time that you can actually throw or return back the feed so that your respective web maps or your respective administrators and dispatchers can view what you have collected from the field. So let's have a look at some of these field applications that we have on the screen right now. So I am only projecting 6, but we are not limited to just using these field apps. So basically you have the tried and tested, or basically the pioneers in terms of the field application offerings of Esri, which is your collector for ArcGIS and your Survey123 for ArcGIS. So these two applications basically focus on data editing and data capturing, but in a sense that your collector is more of a map-based or location-based data collection, whereas Survey123 serves or focuses on a questionnaire-based or form-based applications. Now, apart from that, we also have your navigator for ArcGIS, which can easily work with any of your data collection apps, such as Collector or Workforce. Basically, Navigator for ArcGIS allows you to navigate or to go from point A to point B as you are within your respective data collecting apps. So you don't have to jump in or exit out of Collector or exit out of Workforce just to have a look as to where you need to be after you have collected the information from point A. We also have operations dashboard for ArcGIS, which actually will be the theme for the next month's webinar. So later on, we will be showing a preview of what operations dashboard can do. Now, for the main highlights of our demonstration for this morning's webinar, we have Workforce for ArcGIS, Survey123, and the Quick Report template, which can be accessed from App Studio for ArcGIS. So basically, the first thing that you would need in order to work with these 3 applications that I have mentioned is an ArcGIS online organizational account login. So as long as you have your credentials, your respective username and password, you should be able to sign in and get access or work with Workforce, Survey123, and App Studio using the Quick Report template. So you can work with these applications online using your desktop computers, or you can download the respective applications on your smartphones. So basically, if you're on an iOS device, all you have to do is go to the App Store and download these applications accordingly. So they are all free of charge. All you have to do is search for Workforce for Survey123 or for the App Studio player in the case of the Quick Report template. Consequently, your ArcGIS online credentials would also be needed to sign in once you have downloaded your apps in an iOS device or in an Android device. Now let's have a look at a flow chart with some of these applications presented. So one thing that I would like to highlight is that these applications are not designed to work on their own. So yes, they can work on their own, but you can integrate them together to further power up your workflow or to improve your workflow in terms of data collection. So as we can see from here, we have 2 main functions that I have highlighted in this workflow. First, we have coordinate and monitor. So if you would like to have an administrator perhaps, which will be stationed in the office, and you have a set of workers that will be deployed on the field to collect the necessary information or data set, you can make use of Workforce for ArcGIS to capture that particular outcome. Consequently, you can use operations dashboard after you have collected the necessary data set for the day, and you can have a quick look at the summary and analysis of the updates that you have collected for that particular day. Consequently, if you would like to work on further field activities apart from coordination and monitoring, we have navigation, which will make use of Navigator for ArcGIS to lead you easily or to help you navigate easily from point A to point B or even point C and point D. So as I have mentioned earlier, some of the field applications such as Workforce, such as your collector, can also be enabled to work with Navigator for ArcGIS as you are inside and you are collecting the necessary data sets on the field. Consequently, field data, which is pretty much the straightforward definition of field activities or field data gathering, you can choose or you can further narrow down the application that you would like to make use of based on the interface or how you would like to work with that particular app. So basically, if you would like to focus on a form-based or a questionnaire-based data collection, say for example, you are migrating from an existing workflow wherein you already have a set of questionnaires, say for example in an Excel format or .xls format, you can make use of Survey123 to easily integrate those existing questionnaires in XLS files and have them deployed in Survey123. So for Survey123, you can either send out links to your target audience, or you can also have them download the app on their mobile device and then send the response on the questionnaires from there as well. Now, if you would like to focus on map-based or location-based data collection, so Collector for ArcGIS is the best option to choose for editing and capturing of field data. And finally, if you would like to involve the public and have a form of crowdsourcing of information to know your target market perhaps, or to gather information from an existing um, parameter that you are maintaining or the industry that you are involved in, then you can make use of the quick report template through App Studio for ArcGIS. So for this particular application, if you would like to make use of the quick report template, your responders, or basically your target audience, would have to download App Studio Player on their mobile devices and send their responses through that particular platform. So all you have to do is narrow down and know what you would like or how you would like to collect your data. And from there, you can choose the perfect application for the field for you to make use of. So with that, let me present my working scenario for this morning's demonstration. So as I have mentioned in the previous slide, I will be working with Survey123, with the quick report template from App Studio, and finally with Workforce for ArcGIS. And by the end of my field data collection workflow, I will be showing a sample operations dashboard that I have pre-made, which will showcase the different analysis of the data set that I have collected for the particular day. So let's go ahead and have a look at these applications that I have mentioned. Okay, so I believe you guys should be seeing the landing page for Survey123 now. So as mentioned earlier, these applications can first be handled through a mobile browser, or if you're working on a laptop, you're in the office, or basically you're serving as the administrator. You can just log in using your ArcGIS online organizational credentials, and then you can go ahead and create your surveys as needed. So basically, as you log in, and if you go to survey123.arcgis.com, you you can go ahead and explore the page and check out how it works, the different features it offers, etc. So as I have mentioned earlier, Survey 123 employs the use of smart surveys, which allows you to easily convert your existing XLS file formats, if you have questionnaires in that file format, into this platform. So what I would like to do is I would like to have a look at my existing surveys. Now let me present the scenario at hand. Let's say I work for a waste management company and my main function is to oversee the bins status Aki Bukit or the Ubi Avenue 4, where Esri Singapore's head office is located. So I would like to make use of several applications to improve my workflow or to gather better information regarding the status of the bins that I would have to maintain. So first up, I would need to know my pain points, the different or the various complaints that my customers, my current customers, are currently facing regarding the status of these bins. So these particular pain points or complaints that I have received can actually be created into coded value domains through ArcGIS Desktop. So they can be created through your ArcMap or through ArcGIS Pro. And then from there, you can easily publish it and share it in your ArcGIS Online organizational account. And from there, you can start adding it into the different web maps and applications for you to make use of. So if I click on my surveys right here, I would actually have the interface which will show me my existing surveys that I have within this particular login that I am using. So I have created bin status survey, which will allow whoever has access to this link or whoever has access to the Survey 123 app within their mobile device to send the response for this particular survey that I have created. So one thing that I like with this, with the improvements of Survey 123 through the years is that for the latest surveys, you can actually have an overview of the responses that were sent for the particular survey that you are viewing. So apart from the total records, you also have total participants, dates of submission for both the first submission and the last submission. And as you can see here, we also have varying graphs, which will provide more information as to not just the data or the topic that the questionnaire is focusing on, but also on the behavior of the participants and their response times as well. So I would like to project my mobile app at this point, which should show Survey 123 as I work with it on my mobile device. So as you can see, I also have bin status right here. All I have to do is tap on it. And after tapping, if I would like to add in a response, I just have to tap on collect. And from here, I have the pre-created questions based on the complaints or the pain points the general public or my customers. So if I were a customer, all I have to do is tap on the drop down of status of bin to report an existing bin status. So from here, I can choose bulky item disposed, tap on that, and consequently, I can attach a photo of that particular bin if I would like to. And from here, I can add in the date of report. So it should be 11th of April, as well as the time when I have created this report. So it's 11:19 a.m. Okay, right. And from there, I can also add remarks such as my name, but this particular parameter is optional as you can see. Only those highlighted with a red star are the required fields that I would need to populate in order to successfully send this particular report. So I can just type in my name as well as additional information. So I have keyed in bulky item disposed. I can type in table disposed in bin near Ubi Avenue 4. Okay, so tap done. And to successfully submit this report, all I have to do is tap on this check at the bottom of my screen. So I would like to choose send now. And it will prompt me once this particular report has been sent successfully. So do make sure that as you are navigating through these different applications that you are connected to the internet and you have strong internet signal or internet connection on the place that you are reporting it from. Right. So after successfully submitting this one, work with, okay, I can actually work with the other apps as I am waiting for this one to load, right? So I can go back to my main screen where most of my apps are located. All right. Now from here, if say for example, I would not want to make use of survey 123 since I would like a sort of a more public facing or crowdsourcing way to collect information. I can also make use of the App Studio for ArcGIS using their quick report template, which was readily available for me. So the good thing that I like or I would like to highlight with App Studio for ArcGIS is that they have built-in applications and you do not need to write a single line of code in order for these applications to work. So of course, if you have developers, experienced developers within your organization, you can go ahead and have them configure the codes should it be needed. But if you're just a layman and you would like to make use of their existing templates, you can go ahead and not worry about writing a single line of code and still your apps will be deployed and they can all work properly. So you can explore appstudio.arcgis.com for the varied templates that they have available here, but I would like to focus on the quick report template that I have mentioned earlier. So let me click on create your app. And from here, basically on the landing page, they have three main templates for you to make use of. But I would like to jump in immediately to the quick report template. So after clicking start with this template, I should be able to start creating the new application that I would like my public, my general public, to make use of. Now from here, I have actually pre-created one application which would also be fitting for BINS status collection for my clients or for my customers. So essentially, all I have to do is click on BINit from this one. I can edit the app. And I would have the same interface as I have clicked on the create new app from my quick report template. So the changes rather that I have applied here is basically I've provided a title, which is BINit. I have also provided a summary for additional information as to whoever is going to use this application, so garbage disposal application. And I have provided icons which are deemed appropriate for this particular app. So I have two thumbnails which are showing different bins which are fitting for the topic that I would like to capture. Now, as mentioned earlier, I have pre-published a feature service which contains coded value domains of the same types of complaints that are usually received by my waste management company. So these are the same information that we have seen earlier from the Survey 123 questionnaire. Now, all I have to do after I have configured these following parameters is to preview how my app will look like once I have deployed it on the phone, on the tablet, or even on the desktop. And from there, I can hit save and finish and access the application from my mobile device. So let me quickly share again my mobile app, mobile phone rather, in order to view App Studio. So going back briefly to Survey 123, as you can see here, I have successfully sent the report that contains this following information. So table disposed in bin near Ubi Avenue 4. So right now I can exit Survey 123 and instead go to App Studio Player for ArcGIS. So all you have to do again is to download this particular application in either App Store or Play Store. Now this is the app that I have created just now, Binit. So all I have to do is tap on it, tap on Open App, and from here I can see the changes that I have applied earlier. So all I have to do is tap on the play button right here in the middle of the screen and tap on New Report. So after tapping on there, if you have your GPS enabled within the device that you are accessing the application from, it should be able to zoom immediately to wherever you are on the surface of the Earth. Now, as you can see, I'm right here at the SU Singapore headquarters, and I can either make use of this particular point, or I can also navigate around the map to move my point accordingly. Okay, so say for example, this is the exact place that I would like to report another bin status information. So as you have set the location on your mobile device, the next thing that you need to do is tap on Add Details at the bottom of the screen. And all you have to do is fill in the necessary information or parameters here. So for subzone, I would like to make use of Kampong Ubi. So this particular list that I have here was also published from ArcMap or ArcGIS Pro using coded value domains as well. Okay, so for the purposes of this demo, there we go. So let's use Kakibukit. Now, next up for the status, as you can see, we have the same 4 types of complaints, usually gathered from the clients. So this time I will be using overflowing for this particular report. So simply tap on done for that one. For reporter, I will just add my name. And for additional notes, I can add additional details for this report that I am creating. So overflowing bin along or near SG office. Okay, so after I've added the necessary information, I can tap on submit prompt that would has been of, of that particular feature service as a sort of guide. Oh, there was an error. So let me just create that report again really quick. Okay, so let's zoom to a point and quickly add in the necessary information. Overflowing bin near Esri. That should be good. Tap on submit and tap on done. So my report has been successfully submitted. So at this point, I can work with Workforce for ArcGIS to have this particular report serve as a guide, and I can deploy my workers down on the field to work on that particular overflowing bin. So let me just share my window again. Okay, so I have several projects here. The project that I would like to make use of is the garbage disposal bin status. All I have to do is open that one. Okay, and what I have here on the view after it has successfully loaded is basically the dispatcher's point of view. So as the dispatcher, I will be creating several assignments that I would like my workers who are out on the field to work on or to navigate to and attend to. So basically, these are the completed assignments, which also contain their priority information as I have set. So on the map, I can also have a look as to where they are located, as well as where my current workers are located. So I have one worker here who is on break, as signified by the yellow circle around the username of that particular worker. So I can also project my Workforce for ArcGIS worker view, which I am viewing from my mobile device. So from here, I can see the completed tasks that I have attended to, and I can also update my manager regarding my current status, if I am on break, if I'm not working, or if I am working. So right now, I would like to create a new assignment for my worker. So I have pre-created this point earlier. So this is what we have created through the App Studio application. So this is an overflowing bin near Esri. Now what I would like to do is to simply click on create assignment right here. Pick a type, which is bin management, under this project that I am working on. So for the priority, I would like to set it as a high priority job. Due date is today, and time or the deadline for the time is at 12:15 in the afternoon. So for the description, I would just be copying whatever was reported right here from the previous application. So overflowing bin near Esri SG office. Now, after I have created it, I can also add attachments which are deemed necessary and simply click on Create Assignments. Now, after successfully creating this assignment, I can revert back to my mobile view or my mobile device to have a look if I have anything assigned to me. Okay, let's revert back here since I did not assign this to a particular worker. So let's cancel that one out first and recreate the assignment from here. Okay, so again, click on this point right here, create an assignment, and just redo the steps that we have done earlier. So for assign, I would like to assign it also to myself since I'm one of the workers. Let's set it at high priority, date today, and time is at 12. Right, so just add in overflowing bin real quick and create the assignment as needed. Okay, so I can jump back here to my mobile view, refresh my to-do list if I have any existing assignment, and the refresh should be viewed almost immediately. So I can tap on bin management, have a look at the notes that my dispatcher has provided right here, as well as where it is located on the map. Now, if I tap on this icon right here, I can actually make use of Navigator for ArcGIS to quickly navigate to the path. But since I am very near to where this particular work is located or task is located, I can easily go there, and upon reaching, I can tap on start and again tap on finish once I have finished working on the particular task. And almost immediately again, my dispatcher should be notified that that particular task has already been completed. So rendering my to-do list empty as well. Now, if I go to my completed tasks, I can see that this would actually have an additional um, item within the list. Right, so for that particular workflow, I've actually made use of two applications at the same time. So my App Studio quick report template for crowdsourcing and reporting, and my Workforce for ArcGIS for easily navigating and assigning tasks from the dispatcher point of view and the worker point of view. So with that, I can also have a quick operations dashboard, which I can view here, showing the different breakdown based on priority and reported status, which can be showed as pie charts or bar graphs as well. So with that, we can proceed with the wrap up of our webinar for this morning. So let me just quickly power up my PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so as mentioned earlier, the apps are designed to work. All you have to do is focus on a particular task, how you would like to generate and to gather the information from the field. And as a final note that I would like to leave with everybody, do use ArcGIS apps together to extend the reach of your WebGIS. So again, as long as you have your ArcGIS Online organizational account credentials, you should be able to access these applications as needed. You can also target specific workflows and functional needs. And as I have shown in the demo, you can use multiple apps to streamline an organization-wide workflow. And finally, these apps are designed to work together across your devices, which would integrate the Office applications, your field applications, and then finally the community-based apps. So with that, we can now proceed with the questions. I can see that we have two questions that were submitted here. So first is the survey 123 allow offline collection? Is data collection location enabled or geotagged too? So since the survey 123 is a form-based application, you would be focusing more on the questionnaires or the smart questions that you have pre-designed within the survey or within the questionnaire that you would like to pass on to your general public. So location, if you would like to enable location or geotagging data collection, the appropriate application to make use of is Collector for ArcGIS, since you can basically see wherever you are on the map. Now, next question is, how is Survey 123 different from Crowdsourcing Reporter app? Okay, how is Survey 123 different from Crowdsourcing Reporter app? Is this the App Studio Quick Report template? So if it is the App Studio Quick Report template application, basically, again, Survey 123 is question-based or form-based, whereas crowdsourcing, it's more of a public-facing application. So with the App Studio player, as long as I have shared the particular BinIt application, my customers can actually download the app and then log in and report the different bin status across the areas that they are near with. Yep. Okay, so if we don't have any more questions, I would like to share the succeeding schedules of webinars and meetups that we have at hand. So for the meetup for field applications, improve data collection productivity, we have it scheduled on Friday, 28th of April. So please visit Esri Singapore events page, events landing page, and register for a slot for the meetup on Friday, 28th of April. Now, the next webinar will be about operations dashboard and how to monitor what matters to you. That is set on Tuesday, 16th of May. And the corresponding meetup regarding operations dashboard will be on the 26th of May, which is a Friday. And finally, for June, we have Insights for ArcGIS, Enterprise Data Discovery and Visualization, which is scheduled on the 13th of June, which is a Tuesday. And your respective meetup is set on Friday, 30th of June. Again, please visit the Esri Singapore events page to register for a slot for both the webinars and the meetups that you are interested in attending. And with that, I would like to thank you all in behalf of Esri Singapore for attending this month's Field Applications webinar. So if you have any technical questions regarding the apps that we have showcased this morning or any other ArcGIS applications at that, you can send an email to me at xavillavicencio@esrisingapore.com.sg. And for general feedback regarding our webinars and other products, you can email Ms. Andrusha Sandeep and our sales and commercial site at connect@esrisingapore.com.sg. So with that, this actually brings us to the end of the webinar. And again, I would like to thank you all for joining me this morning. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you.